earn money, save money, and buy things. Living beyond the economic cycle is impossible. What trends are dictated by world markets and how does it affect consumers? Watch it in People and Economy.
Making coffee, washing clothes, vacuum and watering the lawn. All this can be done simultaneously and effortlessly. Thousands of devices and appliances have been created in the world that save time and make life easier. Some experts say that the people have become hostages of smart technologies. Others maintain these are the compounds of modern comfortable life.
Вообще комфорт в доме – это такое понятие интересное.
Comfort at home is a very interesting thing, you know. Often it happens when entering a big and gorgeous house, you don't feel any comfort there. And vice versa, you can feel comfort everywhere in a tiny private apartment. I personally think that comfort is an individual concept and each person creates this individuality him or herself.
И каждый создает его точно сам, этот комфорт под себя и для себя.
Comfort. For some people, it is a beautiful blooming garden outside the window. For others, comfortable furniture. For the third ones, an unusual interior design. And if 10 years ago, only people with high incomes resorted the services of professional designers, today it can be afforded by people with an average income, the designer Vyacheslav Kim says. According to him, turning to the professionals, the owner of housing will not only get the dream house, but will also save money. On average, one apartment project is estimated at $1,000. $1,000 on average goes for the design of a 100 square meters apartment. Hence we have $10 per square meter. Actually, a client saves more with the designer's services rather than without it. A regular person usually is not aware of technologies or methods. Also, the workers can lie by saying that, for example, here it is no need to make a coupling but to put a laminate. Such things won't happen with the presence of a designer. Also, he or she knows what to buy, where to buy it, and if there are any discounts. The interior preferences differ in Kazakhstan. The younger generation chooses minimalism, older people prefer classics. At the same time, citizens of the country are mostly limited to a calm color scheme. Psychologists say it is the correct palette that guarantees comfort and coziness in the house. It also affects mood.
Цвета на самом деле играют и влияют на человека, и влияют.
Colors do matter. They affect greatly on person, on his or her mood. Bright colors, eye-catching colors, they excite the nervous system. Sometimes they can even cause the aggression or excite someone in intimate terms. On the other hand, soft colors can calm and soothe the nervous system and stabilize it.
Успокаивают и делают ее более лобильной и стабильной.
According to statistics, the majority of the citizens of Kazakhstan make repair works in their houses every 3 to 5 years. 30% prefer to upgrade the living conditions every 7 years and the rest once in a decade. And that the cost of such dubious pleasure is very significant, on average $200 per 1 square meter, corresponding to the European standards. According to the designers, this amount of time and money is enough to update the interior, make housing more comfortable and follow fashion trends. There are a lot of them today.
Молодежный стиль, они предпочитают более такой минимализм, стиль хай-тек, стиль винтаж.
The young generation prefers minimalism style like high-tech, vintage or modern. They follow something new and fresh. Older people prefer classics, the things they got used to. They are usually the colors which are used daily in many different spheres, anywhere if we look around.
Такие тона, которые ежедневно употребляются в любом, куда бы мы ни посмотрели, в любом цвете, в любом месте.
None of the houses and apartments in Kazakhstan today can do without technical appliances. Every year, new devices appear on the market which significantly save time of modern housewives. Scientists have estimated that women begin spending 20% less time on cleaning and cooking.
Современная техника бытовая становится
Modern technical appliances become comfortable, affordable, and they really make our life easier. Modern rhythm of our lives is furious. We can run home from the office and then we go on some business meetings and so on. At that, we want to spend more time with our friends and families. And modern gadgets allow us spending our spare time according to our wishes and needs, instead of doing the housework as it was 10 to 15 years ago.
Домашними делами, скажем, как это 10-15 лет назад было.
Home appliances can be divided into the large and small ones. Falling to the first category, Kazakhstanis often buy refrigerators, washing machines and dishwashers, as well as stationary ovens. In the second category, the most popular are food processors, blenders and multi-cookers. By the way, the Germans are those spending on furniture most of all in the region. The rate is nearly 400 euros per person, not counting the various home accessories. They are followed by the Austrians, who spend 360 euros, and Swedes with 20 euros less. Among the residents of the UK, a special place is given to the gardens. Therefore, when the spring comes, the British spend almost all their free time engaged in a landscape design, and that they prefer not only local vegetation, but also exotic plants.
Вообще у англичан принято так, что сад это
It
является...
is a tradition in Britain that the garden plays a role of a visiting card of the owner. It actually shows the level of wellness, the level of well-being of the family. It is often not only the landscape design of the garden, each flower bed is an outstanding piece of art with different statues and so on.
Особое произведение искусства, дополнительно они заказывают какие-то статуэтки.
The love to household equipment is what also unites the Europeans. According to the local statistical service, residents of the region are buying various technical appliances on a quarterly basis. At that, they are more likely to acquire fine techniques like air purifiers, which are very popular within the majority of population. And only in Italy, people are more actively buying coffee makers. And that is not surprising, because here there is a special love for this drink. The Chinese comfort. It is primarily the absence of bulky furniture and sharp corners. Traditional material here is bamboo. According to Feng Shui, it symbolizes happiness and good fortune. People of China also love to paint the walls, for example, representing the flowering plants, birds and mountains. In virtually every house of the Celestial, you can see modern appliances, of course, of the local production. People in South Korea, for their comfortable life, prefer eco-friendly materials too. At the same time, they adhere to the interior of minimalism. There is nothing superfluous and all things are in their places. The fast pace of life compels local housewives increasingly resort to the help of intelligent machines. For example, they often purchase electric rice cookers. The so-called smart ovens are also popular. They are the microwave ovens with a barcode with encrypted recipes. Houses in the US are mainly constructed already with built-in appliances and cabinets. On average, for the purchase of furniture, one American resident spends about $200 a year. As for the interior, the comfort here is understood as open space. For example, between the kitchen, hallway and living room, doors are rarely being installed.
Чтобы создать больше пространства, как правило, используют в интерьере определенные...
In order to create more space, special tricks are used. For example, in order to make the ceiling higher, G-form benches are used. They visually make the corners between the walls and ceilings bigger. Talking about flooring, specialists use smaller parts of wood to visually increase the total area of the room. It is proven that such methods work on practice.
Используются дощечки меньшего размера. И это будет казаться, в общем-то, расширять будет пространство в любом случае.
The effect of rich interiors in the American houses is being achieved using different materials such as a variety of arches and wall panels which are rarely made of real wood. People here also love decorative lighting. Chandeliers are being installed in the living room, table lamps, scones and floor lamps are good for the other rooms. Today, it is possible to make the life more comfortable in a variety of ways. The modern market offers unique and affordable design solutions. Home appliances are available for all tastes and budgets, not to mention the greenery for the decoration of the pre-house area. Meanwhile, economists have already calculated that landscaping by almost a quarter increases the total cost of the house. The research of the analysts from Cairo's Future Company shows that the value of property is influenced by the zone arrangement for relaxing around the house, manicured flower beds, ponds, fruit trees and ornamental plants. Today, the demand for landscaping has grown significantly. The experts explain more and more people in the world are aware of the comfort of living in your own home, so they pay special attention to the pre-house area. According to unofficial statistics, more than a half of the owners of private buildings are trying to create cozy sitting areas on the site, while 80% would like the design of the garden has been created by experienced specialists. People began understanding that it is quite pleasant to have a nice lawn near their house, which has been beautifully designed. That is why people's interest towards professional landscaping has grown. It has been used for both private housing and in apartments. As a rule, upper story or even the roof is being used for that purpose. It is possible to create a cozy and comfortable atmosphere in the house without any special financial costs. For example, to abandon the central lighting, replacing it with floor lamps and scones will not only create a favorable atmosphere in the room, but also save on electricity. Rearrange the furniture is another way to freshen up a room, and you can add a few details, for example by laying a new bedspread, tablecloth or hanging curtains. And from the old fabrics, designers offer to sew covers for the pillows. It also can be inexpensive to renew the furniture. Changing lockers' handles on the cabinets will be enough. But if you really want to make a purchase without hitting your wallet, it is better to wait for the sales. Another way to save money on buying furniture is ordering it from the manufacturer, because purchasing it through intermediaries is always more expensive. Buying chairs, cabinets and beds online can save you up to 10% of the family budget. Similarly, it goes with home appliances. The experts advise opting for multi-functional devices. They are not only cheaper, but also take less space. Firstly, you will need to determine the functionality of technical appliance in order not to choose items which you won't need in practice. It will also prevent you from paying extra money. A lot depends on the brand. If it does not matter for you whether the trademark is well known worldwide, you have a variety of choices from the Chinese analogs, which in their turn are no worse than others. Instead of juicer, meat grinder, mixer and blender, it is more profitable to buy a food processor. Recessed hob and the oven will be successfully replaced by the freestanding stove. Instead of a detergent cleaner, it is more economically beneficial to buy a conventional vacuum cleaner for dry cleaning and a mop. Comfortable living not only at home, but also at work. More and more companies around the world are creating the most welcoming atmosphere for their employees. The trend is created by the green offices, with a lot of exotic plants in the room, offices in the gaming theme, and even entire buildings in the style of Hollywood movies. As such, an American company decided to encourage its specialists using a pirate ship, which was built in the pavilion, and employees' desktops were placed on the deck of the ship.